Welcome back to another Texas barbecue food review. Today we're at Pinkerton's Barbecue in San Antonio, Texas.
Pinkerton's Barbecue was established in 2016 by owner and founder Grant Pinkerton in Houston, Texas. Specializing in quality Texas barbecue and scratch-made sides, Pinkerton's Barbecue has remained a Texas Monthly Top 50 barbecue joint for the past 8 years. Pinkerton's opened its second location in the heart of downtown San Antonio back in 2021. It offers the same quality barbecue and possibly the most beautiful restaurant location I've ever seen. Here at Pinkerton's, rows of smokers burn morning and night, filled with enough meats to feed hungry guests 6 days a week from lunch to dinner. The line wraps around the building with regulars and newcomers excited to try Texas brisket and delicious pork ribs. From what we hear, you've got to try them glazed. Today, we're here trying everything on the menu from sides to meats and even desserts.
How you doing?
All right, y'all.
Yes, sir, we're doing well.
Coleslaw and potato salad.
I'm gonna do both of them, small, please. Yes, sir. All right, I'm gonna do a small of every single one of your sides, but I'm gonna do a pint of brisket mac and cheese, please. What's up, bro? Pretty good, man. Okay, so I want to do a man bear pig, and I want to do half a pound of all of your meats, but except for on the ribs, on the glazed ribs, can I just get 5 ribs? That's the guy that used to compete right there. He knows what he's doing.
A, B, C, or D, all the above?
A.
A?
The first side we're gonna go for is going to be Grant's potato salad. Grant Pinkerton is the owner, so I'm assuming that this has to be his recipe. It looks like it's pretty mustard forward. A standard potato salad, I can see some pepper in here. Let's go ahead and see how it is. This is something that I really like. I really enjoy a mustard forward potato salad. Really, really similar to my mom's, but I hate to say it, Grant, I'm sorry, mom's is just a little bit better, even though this is really, really good. So if you guys like a mustardy potato salad, you will love this. Definitely worth trying. Did you try it last time that we had it? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, so Sabrina also likes it a lot, just for everybody that's curious. And this is very, very good. This is something that I would definitely get every single time I come. Next up is gonna be the jalapeno cheesy rice. You guys know that I'm probably already gonna like this, but don't forget, every time we do one of these reviews, I just try and explain to you what I'm tasting. Sometimes it's really hard to hold back and not say that I love it, but this is probably gonna be something that I like. I like cheese, and I like jalapenos, and I like rice. So I can't imagine that I won't love this, but let's go ahead and take a bite. Yeah, I mean, instantly I get a lot of cheese, which is just so good. I get that jalapeno that comes through, nice little kick. These taste pickled, so it's a little bit of a different jalapeno than like the sausage and everything else, but it's so, so good. I'm gonna go in for a second bite here. That really is how much I like that. Yeah, this is another thing that I would definitely get every single time I come. Next up, we got some beans. These are interesting. It's a different style bean. Based off of the look, it almost looks like it's gonna be a little bit sweeter, kind of like a pork and bean, but with a thicker sauce. But they're not sweet at all. They're very savory. I get a little bit of pepper that comes through. There's bacon in here. I believe this is jalapeno because I get a little bit of a tiny kick. And overall, these are really, really good. I do prefer a chotto style bean a little bit more than something like this, but these are very good, and I definitely think they're worth trying at least once. I'm curious. I'm gonna try and reach out to Grant and ask him, what is in this? There's a very unique flavor. It's almost like comino or something like that, like a Mexican style bean. It just has a very profound flavor that I can't quite put my tongue on, but I can just tell something is there. Overall, a very good bean. Next up's gonna be the coleslaw, and I'm gonna openly admit to you guys right now, I'm really not a coleslaw person at all, but of course we had to get everything on the menu to try it out for you guys. Not a coleslaw guy, but that's pretty good. Sweet, tangy, just an overall really, really good crunch, very refreshing. Probably a good side to have if you have a bunch of meats like we did today. You can get a couple bites of the meats, you can get a quick bite of this, it's gonna refresh you, and then you can get right back into eating more ribs or brisket or whatever. I really do enjoy this. Even though I'm not a coleslaw guy, this is probably up there with some of the better that I've ever had for sure. And now onto the mac and cheese. This is their macaroni and cheese, but it's baller style, meaning that they put chopped brisket on top. I'm gonna try and get a really good bite here. A lot of brisket, a lot of mac and cheese. A really savory bite from that brisket. You get that bark that comes through. The fat is perfect, and of course you have a really good macaroni and cheese. The thing I like about that macaroni and cheese is that it's not too overwhelming either way. It doesn't taste too sharp at all. I think that's just a really, really good macaroni and cheese. The brisket on top is, I would say, a must because it does elevate it to another level, hence it being called baller style. Last but not least on the sides is the jambalaya, which I'm extremely excited to try. I do love jambalaya, so let's see how this one tastes. I'm assuming they have to put some smoked meats or something in here, especially since it's a barbecue restaurant. I'm not exactly sure, but I do like jambalaya. Yep. Oh yeah. See? That looks like pulled pork to me. I think there might be duck in here as well. That tastes really, really good. Overall, this is like an exquisite side, but I would definitely say that this is worth trying. It has a really, really good flavor on it. There's a lot of meat in here as well, and I really like this. But I am a jambalaya person, so keep that in mind when you guys are listening to everything that I'm saying. Man, like I said, it's really hard sometimes to hide when I like stuff. When you guys look at me, you can tell that I probably like a lot of different types of food. So, you know, it just is what it is. But man, the meal here at Pinkerton so far is out of this world. And that's it for the sides. My favorite was that baller style macaroni and cheese with the brisket on top. Just a really, really good bite overall. I mean, really, if you think about it, good macaroni and cheese, good brisket. How could it be bad? But now it's on to the proteins. We're about to try that beef rib and that brisket. The first thing we're gonna try today is these grilled chicken thighs. I've talked to Grant before, he's a good buddy of mine. They actually make these on a drum smoker. They put that sauce on there. And what Grant wants to do is just bring you to his backyard. He wants these to taste like you're just making barbecue in your backyard. So we're gonna try these out today and let you know what we think. I can tell you right now, chicken thighs are really hard to beat. In general, they're really, really juicy, really tender, really flavorful. Let's see how they did here. Really flavorful. The thing I really like about those is that you get that smoke flavor that comes through, and it's pretty prominent. So if you guys are cooking on a drum smoker at your house, you know that all the grease is hitting those coals. It creates flare-ups, it creates moisture, and it just has a different flavor. I can tell that these were cooked on a drum, and they are out of this world. It really does feel like I'm just in my backyard eating some really good chicken thighs. Next up, we're gonna try the pulled pork. Just from here, I'm not putting any sauce on it yet. I can tell you that it looks like it's extremely moist, which was one of my complaints whenever I go to a lot of places. You get some really dry pork, but it seems like they're either mixing in natural pork renderings or maybe a little bit of sauce to make sure that this stays really nice and hydrated, and from here it looks really good. Yeah, I can instantly tell you that that's some of the better pulled pork that I've had at barbecue restaurants, and there is definitely some sort of sauce or something in there. At least I feel like there is, because of the moisture and because of the flavor that I got right when it hit my mouth. Pulled pork in general, if you don't season it very, very well or inject it or something, it's a little bit bland. This is not bland at all, and it has all of that moisture. Now we'll throw a little bit of Pinkerton's original sauce on it. That sauce is so good. It tastes a little bit mustardy to me. Let me see here. First ingredient is mustard. So it tastes a little bit mustardy. It's gonna go really, really good on pork. The thing about Grant is he's kind of a pork guru for a Texas guy. He likes to go to Memphis in May. He typically does pretty well. He hasn't won it yet, but I know that's one of his goals. So coming here and getting the pulled pork is actually highly recommended. I know it's only the second protein that we've had, but it is just very, very good. We got some jalapeno cheese sausage here, which is my personal favorite, so I can't see how I wouldn't like this, but let's go ahead and take a bite. The snap is so nice on that sausage. It's definitely spicy. You get that jalapeno, you get that cheddar that comes through. Just an overall really, really good jalapeno cheese sausage. But the snap is the most impressive thing that I get here on this sausage, and that's for me personally. The flavor is out of this world, but that snap, it's probably amongst some of the best that I've had when I'm at a Texas barbecue restaurant. Now this is just their standard beef sausage, but again, I can kind of feel the casing here, and I feel like it's going to snap as well just based on how it's feeling. And that's one of the things I really, really enjoy is when you still get the snap even after it's fully cooked and sliced. So let's see if we get it again here. Another really, really good snap. That's just a standard beef sausage. Very good. I do prefer the jalapeno cheese over that one so far, but this one's still very good, especially if you don't like anything too spicy. I would definitely go with the beef sausage for sure. The last one up is just gonna be a standard jalapeno link. The other one was jalapeno cheese. If you don't like cheese, this may be the one for you. The really cool thing about the meat cutter over there was that he did a diagonal cut on the jalapeno cheese and the beef, and then he just did straight cuts on the jalapeno, just so I could know which one was different. And I just really think that little things like that matter a lot, especially when you're ordering a tray of food. You might forget exactly what you ordered or exactly where it went, so this really makes it helpful for us. Another really snappy sausage. I would say the jalapeno cheese still reigns supreme for me out of the three here. Jalapeno is going to be my second favorite. I like a little bit spicy, so that's why I'm going to tend to lean towards those two. That does not mean the beef is bad. It's very, very good, and overall I'm really impressed with their sausages here. Like I said, the snap is one of those things that you're going to get when you come to Pinkerton's. I just had it 3 for 3 for sure. Let's move on to the boudin and see how that is. Quick bite of boudin. That's a really good standard boudin. I would say that I really like that flavor because even though I like spicy, I feel like sometimes people go a little bit too spicy on boudin. That's got a really subtle flavor. Everything is cooked really well on the inside, and I definitely recommend doing that. If it was me and I was to come back tomorrow, I'd get the jalapeno cheddar and the boudin because I think that that boudin is really, really good. It's gonna be very hard for someone not to like that for sure. The meat cutter was also kind enough to get me some burn ends, so of course I'm gonna go for these before we try the brisket. I know that this is technically brisket, but I'm on my first tray here, so let's go ahead and take a bite of this. That is Texas brisket. When that fat is rendered perfectly, it becomes a part of the experience of the whole brisket, and this really just melts in your mouth. It's savory. It's a little bit sweet. When you render that fat properly, it's a little bit sweet. Just overall a perfect burn in. That is like a 10 out of 10 burn in, honestly. There's really not much to say. If you're lucky enough to get the burn ins from the cutter, try and get them because really and truly, that is out of this world. That's my favorite bite so far, hands down. Last but not least on my first tray here is the Man Bear Pig. I talked to Louis, one of my good buddies. He actually works here. He told me that this is one of the most bought items on the menu. So it looks like it's pulled pork, it's brisket, chopped, and it's got both sauces here. It looks like it's on a jalapeno bun, maybe sourdough, maybe like sweet sourdough with jalapenos in it. I can't 100% tell, but I feel like this is just gonna be really good. Such a good bite. That's up there with the burnt end, even though I slightly think I would prefer the burnt end. It's just such a good bite. So that's gonna be both of those sauces mixed together. That definitely is like a sweet sourdough bun with jalapenos in it, which just sets it off. Again, I'm a jalapeno guy. It might be because I'm Hispanic, I don't know, but jalapenos in anything, I'm definitely down to eat it. And overall, this tray right here it's gonna be hard to beat it, even though I got my big meats right here. I got my ribs, I got my brisket, and I got my beef rib, and then turkey, which I haven't had since mid-November. I've been trying to avoid turkey, but I am excited to try this one today. Now it's on to the turkey breast. Like I said, I haven't had one of these since mid-November, and even though I love turkey breast, I don't know how excited I am to eat it. I overate 100% in November, but let's go ahead and take a bite. Oh, that's good though. Maybe we'll start making videos again, I don't know, because this is a really good bite. The thing I love about this is you get a good black pepper on the top of this turkey breast. It tastes like it's barbecued. It tastes like it's smoked as well. What I mean by barbecued is like the actual seasoning itself. It tastes like a good barbecue rub. But I do love that black pepper coming through. It's really, really moist. It's really, really tender. This is a very good turkey breast. Next up is going to be the pork rib. The cool thing about these is they glaze them. So Pinkerton's actually has a glaze that you can get at local HEBs here in Texas, and they put that on top of these ribs. Oh, it doesn't fall off the bone, but you can pull it right off the bone. Really, really moist, really, really tender. That glaze adds such a delicious flavor to the top of the rib. You can get them without the glaze on it, but you definitely want to try these out. This right here is probably my favorite rib that I've had so far here in Texas. And it's because I actually do personally enjoy a glazed and sauced rib. That's just me. Everybody's a little bit different, but I really do enjoy this. And I think that glaze just adds such a depth of flavor. Yeah, such a good rib. Truly such a good rib. That right there is gonna be hard to beat. I love that rib. All right, so Louis, my man, this is who I was talking about earlier. I was talking about my buddy Louis. He's here. He came by and I told him how good the burnt end was. And he's like, did you smother it in sweet sauce? And I said, I did not.
You have to do it.
He said, you have to do it like that. That's the only way to do this. So even though I did say that this is probably the best burnt end that I've had in Texas barbecue, and I said that before you were here.
Yep.
So it's just out of this world. I was telling the people that if you can actually get the burnt ends, you gotta at least try. You gotta ask them like, hey, is there any way I could get these burnt ends, because they are that delicious. But we're gonna go ahead and take Louis' advice. We're gonna do the sweet sauce all over top. And then we're gonna take a bite. Yeah.
You get that sweet, that savory, all in one bite.
So the thing I've said a couple of times here so far, and the thing that I really like about this is that, like, the burnt ends, the ribs, like, I love that these are glazed, but you can also get them where they're not glazed.
Yeah.
But I prefer a glazed rib, I think, because of our background, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we like to do competition barbecue, so you do have something that is really, really killer here. It tastes like backyard barbecue, but it's elevated with that glaze.
Yes.
Even the chicken, right? Like, it's got a little sauce on it, but you could taste it was on a drum.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a really, really good bite. Hard to beat. The man bear pig,
What I told you.
bro. And so the last time we came, you told me to get it. We ended up not getting it, but that is definitely worth getting.
Yeah.
So that's the thing I'll say about Pinkerton so far is that, you know, the little things like putting the sweet sauce on the burnt end, it just elevates this so much. And I just said it before you got here again, I don't think there's going to be a pork rib in Texas that's going to beat that for me. And I love the glaze. It's really tender. It's still really moist. It's just cooked perfectly.
Man, I'll tell you what, I think we have the best pork rib in Texas.
Yeah.
And that's, I don't know if that's me being biased or not,
Yeah.
but I've tried pork ribs all around Texas, and I think we have the best one.
To me, this is a different style, right? A lot of people are going for that salt, pepper, garlic, maybe a little simple syrup with a tomato-based sauce. I really like this because of how tender it is, how backyardy it feels, but then you get that delicious glaze.
Yes.
It's like the glaze to me takes it over the top and makes it like just, again, probably the best rib I've ever had. Like, I'm thinking in my brain, and there's been a lot of good ones, don't get me wrong, but like, I can't think of one in my head where I'm like, oh, that one's better than this. Like, as soon as I bit this one, I was like, that's it. That's it right there, man. So good. You're doing an awesome job.
You enjoy it.
Appreciate you. Now on to the brisket. This is what matters the most when it comes to Texas barbecue, or at least that's what they tell me. The first thing we're gonna try here is the bend test. We want this to bend over our finger, or we wanna be able to pull it apart with absolutely zero resistance. We don't want any resistance here. We want this to be nice, juicy, and tender. Let's see how it is. Yeah, that is money. I don't know what else to say. What's that guy? That guy that says tendernism, throws his glasses, hits his foot on the ground. Tendernism, baby. I mean, that's really, I mean, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing to pull apart. Really, really tender. I just ruined that slice just to show you guys. But man, the thing I also love about these slices that they gave us, we ordered half a pound. It's got the lean part right here. So this is gonna be from the flat. And it's got that fatty part, and this is gonna be from the point. So there is a part on the brisket where these two muscles overlap, and if you get these perfect slices here, it's just such a really, really amazing bite. So here's a little bit of brisket going down. And again, this is truly Texas brisket, cooked perfectly, very, very barky. The fat is rendered perfectly. If you guys can see this in the camera, you can see the fat is a little bit yellow. So that means that fat is rendered really, really perfectly. And if you just kind of grab that fat here, it's really, really soft and squishy, but it's almost gone. It's like almost completely gone. So that fat cap has been rendered really, really well. And this just is what makes Texas brisket king, but you still have to do it right, and they're doing it very well here at Pinkerton's. Last but not least, the beef rib. I wanted to save this one for last because even though brisket is king here in Texas, Sabrina, my wife behind the camera, Sabrina and I love beef ribs even more than we love brisket. I know that that's crazy, especially being from Texas, but if you do a beef rib properly, it's like brisket on a stick, but better. So let's go ahead and try it out. I can tell you from here, it feels really squishy. Feels really, really nice. If you guys remember, I made some beef ribs like this for Malcolm on his channel this year. So you know that when I'm showing up and I'm trying to impress, I'm throwing down beef ribs. So that's exactly why I saved this one for last. Such a tender bite. You guys can see that it took zero effort to take that off of this beef rib. And it's just so succulent and it's just perfect. Again, super barky, fat is very, very well rendered, and it's just Texas beef. This is what it's all about. I highly recommend coming in, grabbing the beef ribs. And one of the things I love about Pinkerton's in general is it's 2:30 in the afternoon here. So we are here semi-early, but they're open until dinner time. So this is true Texas barbecue, and you can get it all hours of the night. So a couple weeks back, 3 or 4 weeks ago, we came over here with Malcolm, Rochelle, Tyler, and Jacob, and we ate dinner here. And it was still just as good. There was nothing missing from this barbecue when we ate it at dinner time. So San Antonio, Texas, you can get quality barbecue for dinner. And then on top of that, the venue here is such an incredible venue. Out in front, you guys can see that there's places to play out here for the kids. There's a bar here. Inside is beautiful. I would argue that this may be the most beautiful Texas barbecue restaurant in Texas. If you guys know of a better one, let me know in the comments and we will go 100%. Terry Black's in Dallas is also very, very nice. It's in a very good area. But Pinkerton's Barbecue is in downtown San Antonio, and it's just beautiful to be here. I didn't mind waiting in this line today, and this is just truly amazing. Last but not least is the desserts. This is going to be the smoked bread pudding. So I became a bread pudding guy, like, when did we go to that? We went and ate dinner with some of my coworkers. Okay, so about 3 or 4 years ago, we went and ate dinner with some coworkers. They were raving about the bread pudding at this local spot in Corpus, and ever since then, I've been a huge fan of it. I'm actually lying. I became a fan of it when Malcolm did that bread pudding on his channel, the white chocolate bread pudding. When Malcolm did that on his channel, I made that, and it was just one of those things that I instantly loved. I haven't made it a lot, but ever since then, I really have always been intrigued by bread pudding. So I'm very excited to eat this one today and to see how it turned out, because I believe that this is a smoked bread pudding. Is that what it says up there, right? So this is a smoked bread pudding. Hopefully we get a little bit of that smoke flavor, and hopefully this is really good because I am a bread pudding guy. All right, let's dig right in. So if you don't know anything about me, number one, I just told you, I'm a bread pudding guy. Number two, I'm a blueberry guy. My wife knows this. Maybe not everybody else knows this, but like, I like blueberry pancakes. I prefer blueberry waffles. I like eating blueberries. Just, wow. This is out of this world. Potentially my favorite bite of the day? I don't know. This is really, really good. So there's like a vanilla sauce on top that's really, really nice, sweet, delicious. And then of course you get that blueberry, which really just complements it. The smoked bread pudding is really, really soft, and it just has a perfect texture to it. It's almost like pillowy, but firm. It's just a perfect texture. So a lot of the times you'll go get a bread pudding, and unfortunately it's really mushy. I don't like a bread pudding like that, but I do want it to kind of melt in my mouth, and that's exactly what this one does. It's firm, it holds its own weight, but when you put it in your mouth and you bite down, it starts melting. So I don't really know exactly how I'll put that in scientific terms, but in big boy terms for me, it's not mushy, it's got plenty of hold, but when you bite it, it melts in your mouth. And I'm talking about this one a little bit more than I have everything else so far because this is incredible. Like, this right here is potentially the best. I don't know, it's really, really hard to say because Burnt Bean has an incredible banana pudding, but this could potentially be my favorite barbecue dessert that I've ever had. Like, this is really, truly out of this world. And last but not least, the last thing on the menu is gonna be this blueberry cobbler. Of course, I just told you guys that I love the blueberries, so you know I had to try this one. Quick bite. The topping is so good. Nice and crispy. Really, really good flavor. It's blueberries and I love blueberries. These two desserts for me, man, they are so good. And that's coming from a blueberry fanatic, don't forget. But man, these is just out of this world. I still would give it to the bread pudding because I'm a bread pudding lover. But this one right here is awesome as well. The cool thing about this one is they have it up top over there and you can pick whichever one you want. They do slice and serve the bread pudding to order, and then they put the cream and the blueberry sauce on right in the end, so you're getting that a little bit fresher, I guess you would say, or made to order. That's a better way to say it. This has nothing to do with freshness because this tastes incredible. It tastes fresh. Overall, an amazing experience here at Pinkerton's Barbecue in San Antonio, Texas. They also have a location in Houston, Texas. If you guys are near there or near here, it is 100% worth traveling to and eating at Pinkerton's Barbecue. That's all there is to it on the Pinkerton's Barbecue food review. Today was an incredible meal. Thank you to Louie. Thank you to Grant for allowing us to come out to their location and film some content. It was truly delicious barbecue. If you guys are in the area, it is very much so worth coming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Where should we go next? As always, we really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks. Look at the view out here. This is incredible. We'll see you on the next one.